Welcome back to another show of The Prowl. I'm Samantha Byers.
And I'm Bridget Reedy. In the Cedar Valley area, there are many places that go unknown to people. We have taken a look into one of these hidden places in the Cedar Valley, called Adrenaline X, which is located outside of a College Square Mall in Cedar Falls. We now join Mark Less with the latest about this hidden entertainment.
You may have started to feel like you have done and seen everything there is to do in the Cedar Valley and need a shot of adrenaline to keep yourself from going crazy. Hidden away in the College Square Mall, Adrenaline X gives you a breathtaking game of laser tag.
There are a lot of games that I like to play, but laser tag was one of the most fun because you're going around, you're shooting your friends, and it's kind of like playing war, cops and robbers, whatever, with your friends. So it's really a lot of fun.
This isn't the laser tag you are used to. Gone are the vests that you used to wear, replaced with new state-of-the-art laser technology. Call of Duty fans, you are in luck. This game of laser tag is inspired by Call of Duty, and you can now play games such as Team Deathmatch, King of the Hill, Domination, or VIP.
I haven't been to Vietnam, but I'm pretty sure coming back from Vietnam is the same as playing laser tag. Look at these eyes. These are the eyes who have seen some stuff, man. You can't unsee what you see in laser tag. You got people getting zipped and people getting zapped all over. It's mayhem.
I'll think of something. You know, my favorite part about laser tag, I don't know, I like that tactical aspect of laser tag. I don't really know what it is about, you know, how it's so tactical and why I like that. You know, I like to play, you know, video games, and so to be able to translate that over into something like laser tag is really quite cool. And Adrenaline X, you know, is a very tactical based sort of laser tag place.
Adrenaline X is open Wednesday through Sunday, and with taking private appointments on Mondays and Tuesdays. Walk-ins are accepted. This has been Jimmy Gumbel for The Prowl.
Thank you, Mark, for providing us with another place for fun-filled entertainment in the Cedar Valley.
We now turn to UNI Sports. Recently, UNI Wrestling sent 5 qualified athletes to St. Louis for the NCAA Wrestling Championships. We now turn to Marty, who brings us the results and highlights of this tournament.
Well, I think the way they're working already, you know, from day one is showing that they are going to be leaders. You know, I mean, they're starting to set the bar, you know, for the rest of the guys, and it raises the level of everybody. You know, they wrestled a lot this year. A lot of them had a lot of wins. And you know what I said in that interview before is you don't have to wait to win. I mean, it doesn't get easier just because you get older. You see a lot of young guys who win, and then, you know, sometimes it gets tougher as you go. So I'm going to tell those guys from day one that they can win, and I think that they have some high expectations of themselves and where they want to take this program. You know, they were all down there, and you know, we got 4 or 5 of them. They were down on the floor. They got to warm up our guys. You know, so they got to feel that atmosphere, and you know, a couple of them, they just got big smiles on their faces just because, you know, they can't wait for next season to have their opportunity to be down there. So, but they got to keep working all spring and summer and fall, you know, to develop, and then we'll be close where we want to be. We start right away. I mean, there's a handful of guys that we'll bring in 2 weeks. You know, we've been talking to them, you know, pretty much all winter. The second signing period starts the second week in April. You know, so we'll bring guys in and we'll try to sign a few more, and then, you know, we're talking to juniors. You email them. You know, you're starting to get back and forth some correspondence. You know, and then July 1st, you make your phone calls and you start making your visits for next season's recruits. But we still have, you know, a handful of guys that we would like to get committed, you know, with the 5 that we already have committed to add to our program, because you got to have some depth and you got to have competition in your room to really, you know, to see the best teams right now. They have a lot of competition in their room. They have depth, and we're working on doing that.
Thanks, Marty. Next year, the NCAA Wrestling Championships will be held in Des Moines, Iowa, which will be the first ever.
There are many local bands in Iowa. This one affects me personally because it happens to be my father, who is a member of the Lads, which is an Irish band. We now turn to Rob, who has more on the story.
The Lads are an Irish band from Dubuque, Iowa. Recently, we caught up with them at Jameson's, a local bar in Waterloo. We asked Patrick Reedy to tell us what his band is all about.
As a band, we really didn't start out wanting to be a band. I started out playing Irish music by myself a long time ago, and I also am part of a group of guys that sing at Mass. I'm a music minister at my church. And a couple of those guys came down one Saturday or one St. Patrick's Day and decided they'd join me because they liked singing together, and so that's how it started. Whenever we get together, we sing Irish music. It's kind of our little forte, it's our niche, but we also sing some soft rock, some folk music as well. Really the key to our sound, if you will, it's going to be our harmonies. It's our vocals and how we can harmonize together. So it's kind of a soft Irish band, although we can get kind of raucous too. It's got a lot of fun. We're in Waterloo, these small towns in Iowa. It's where, obviously where we come from. You don't get a lot of specific heritage that's thrown at you. And the purpose of our band is not only to sing Irish music, but also to pass on our Irish heritage to our kids, as well as our friends and family.
Hello, sir. Not far from Stephen's Green. Westmas Henry used to know, sir. Her manners were sublime, and she set my heart in twitching. And she invited me to a holy in that kitchen with a tooraloora lad, and a tooraloora laddie, and a tooraloora lad, and a tooraloora laddie. Well, next Sunday being a day, we were to have our flare up, dressed myself quite gay, and I frizzed it oiled me hair, but Hepburn had no way. Faith, he had gone a fishing, and she invited me to a holy in that kitchen with a tooraloora lad, and a tooraloora laddie, and a tooraloora.
They are very passionate about introducing people to the Irish heritage.
It's our chance to actually kind of put out in front of everybody what Irish is all about. And what Irish is all about is singing, telling stories, making sure that people feel included in the experience itself. So when you come to our band sound is going to be us singing, but you will hear me and the rest of the guys trying to get everybody else in the band to join in. We've got Kevin Walsh. He's terrific on vocals. He's got a perfect voice for harmonies and an Irish tenor. Jim Mueller plays the guitar, and he's fantastic on that. He loves to get off and play some bluegrass, and he likes to do the country and the soft rock. We got Rob McCullough on the Irish whistles, which is very unique. No one really, they look at that and go, what's he playing? And he can tell a great Irish story singing along. Although, given any time, we don't know what verse we're all going to be in at any given time, but that's okay. We're not in it for the perfection of it. Then we have Bill Thurm, who has just recently joined us as a bass player. We're still kind of teaching him what the Irish is all about and what day St. Patrick's Day and all that kind of thing. And Laura Hess. Laura Hess is the fiddle player or the violinist, and she adds a whole different layer to our sound that we hadn't had before. And and also she kind of keeps us grounded because we can be a little bit kind of too raucous at times, and having that female influence actually helps us a little bit. And of course, I play the piano, play the guitar, and sing, do some leads, and do some harmonies. It's a perfect match for us. So when we get together, we have a great time.
Keep an eye out for them if you're in the Dubuque area this summer.
That was quite a different genre for our generation. Thanks, Rob.
Stephanie and I experienced the first annual dance marathon that took place here at UNI. Stephanie has the latest story.
That's right. Samantha and I attended the first annual dance marathon held here at UNI. We interviewed dancers, volunteers, and family members. I interviewed Amber Bonamine, who is a sponsorship director, who gave us more insight on how the first annual dance marathon would be run.
Dance Marathon technically starts at noon and then goes till 12 a.m. So it's a 12-hour event where everyone is standing on their feet, standing for the cause, raising money for the Children's Miracle Network. And I've actually been here since 8 o'clock this morning setting up. And I was here last night, we were working with that as well. So we've kind of been here, like, us executives have been here for a while, but we've also had a lot of volunteers. We're so thankful for all of them. They've helped us do amazing work by setting up and everything. But no, mainly like a lot of the dancers and everyone will be here from noon to midnight.
So what motivated you to do Dance Marathon?
I thought it was a really good cause, and I mean, I really like kids, so I thought it was a good cause to help them.
And so how have you been holding up since you've been here since 12?
Yeah, lots of water and deodorant. Yeah, that's necessary.
If they have a dance marathon next year, would you participate again?
Definitely. I think even if I'm graduated, I would still come back and help out. I think it's a great cause.
Yeah. So what have you liked most about Dance Marathon? What has been your favorite moment?
I really liked the dance-off that just happened between all the athletes. That was pretty fun. And I also like all the morale dances. I think that's pretty fun too.
On September 20th, 2007, Olivia was born. We didn't get to hold her. All Stephen and I were able to do is glance at our newborn girl as she was whisked away. At 5 days old, she underwent her first open heart surgery in Norwood. Watching your child grow up in a hospital and recovering from major open heart surgery isn't something I would wish upon anybody.
So I just want to do this to support them, support those, raise some money, to help those who might not be able to dance, and it's all for the kids and for those who are going through tough issues.
We've been involved with the University of Iowa's Dance Marathon for the last 6 years, and so we are actually from Cedar Falls. So the whole idea that our hometown has one now is, very appealing to us because we want to support our community. We want to be involved in our community, and this is a great opportunity to really just be a part of something in our hometown.
I think it's actually quite successful. We were not, when I first came on, we were expecting 300 participants. So 300 dancers, including all of our committee members. And we actually have a total of 600 dancers registered today. So it's kind of doubled, and it's just amazing. We are so excited that it's turning out and everything's running smoothly. We've gotten stuff like having laser tag and a Best Buy game room and a bounce house. Like, everything's just kind of like coming together. And we actually think for our first year, and I actually came in September, so I haven't been with a bunch of the execs as long as they have, but I think for our teamwork that we put together, we've had great success, and I think it's just going to be a hit, and it's just going to get better from here on out.
The UNI Dance Marathon ended up raising nearly $60,000, which just goes to show the Cedar Valley area and UNI believes this is a great cause.